If you don't look like this after cardio, you haven't done it right. What's up, you guys? So I've been a little bit quiet recently, and there is a reason for that. I've been working on something exciting, and it's in the form of online training that I'm going to be starting up really soon. So if you're interested in that, then I'll tell you a little bit more about it at the end. Today I'm here with a video with a dumbbell based leg workout. So my first exercise here, I started with a Romanian deadlift. When I got to the gym this day, I was going to do a heavy session, but I forgot to bring my wrist straps with me, so I use wrist straps so that I can lift really heavy on my legs, but it doesn't hurt my grip because my grip is kind of weak in comparison to the strength that my legs have. So I picked up, these are two 15 kilo dumbbells. Now this is at the borderline, like too much for me to hold. And I was kind of like, Romanian deadlifts, like I can lift really heavy on these. And I was kind of worried that these wouldn't be enough, but believe me, they were. So I did 4 sets of 15 reps, and I made sure to keep the reps relatively constant. So there was never really a point where I wasn't moving. I wasn't resting between reps at the top, but I was engaging my butt. So at the top of each rep, you can see that I'm squeezing my glutes, and I'm kind of slowing it down on the way down so that my hamstrings are being really utilized all the way to the bottom of the rep. Make sure you don't let your back go slack. You can see that my back stays in position the whole time. I'm not bending through my spine. I'm just flexing from my hips. Make sure you're keeping your shoulders locked back and your back strong and engaged at all times through this. This is so important because A, it allows the hamstrings to do all of the work, and B, it avoids injuries and things as well. So keep that in mind. Personally, I also don't think you need to go super low with these. The point that I'm getting to here, a lot of people would be like, oh, you're not going low enough, you need to get the dumbbells to the ground. But if you go any lower than I am here, that is when the back needs to slacken at the base of the spine. So all that's doing is taking the tension out of the hamstrings, which is not necessarily beneficial. So that's my opinion on that. Okay, next up, I did some step ups. So I know I'm not using dumbbells for these, but you easily can. So grab a step or a platform that's about knee height, thereabouts anyway, and just adjust the weights accordingly. I focus on one leg at a time. So you can see I'm just doing 15 reps on one leg and then switching straight into the other one. Make sure you keep your weight on the whole of your foot or mainly through the heel, and you're not coming onto your toes. And as always, keep a strong posture throughout because you don't want the weights to be focused into your spine or anything like that. You need to keep all the muscles in your back tight. And these are a really good glute exercise and also overall leg workout, but you can really focus them on your glutes if you keep that mind muscle connection that I'm always talking about. So think butt when you're doing these, and yeah, play around with the weights so you can find a weight that really challenges you but allows you to get the full range of movement.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Okay, next up here, I'm doing a superset. So 2 exercises back to back with no rest. So I'm starting off with a split squat or a stationary lunge, as some people call it. And every time I come down into that lunge, my knee is resting on the floor just for a second. So this creates a start-stop movement and means that your muscles kind of relax between each rep, and it makes it harder. And this is because I use weights that are lighter than I normally would, because again, I didn't have any wrist straps. So this is a good tip if you feel like you can go heavier, but you can't hold the weights, then make the exercise harder in another way. So my knee's coming to the ground each time, and I'm not fully extending right to the top. I'm just coming up to about 95% of the rep and then coming down again and starting my next one. So I did 15 reps on one leg, switched straight into the next leg, and then straight into some plyometric squats or squat jumps. I did 20 reps of these and tried to get as deep and as high as I could in every single jump. So this superset is killer, guys, I swear. Okay, this next set is the same superset, but a little bit of a variation to make it harder and more glute dominant. So as you can see, every rep I'm leaning forwards and I'm bringing the dumbbells in front of my front foot. This overstretches your glute muscle, so you can see that the muscle around my butt is being stretched forwards by me pulling my upper body forward. These are quite advanced, so if you're a newbie to the gym, I would recommend just sticking with the original split squats. But if you want to challenge yourself more and you're pretty comfortable with those, then try these. The reason they're difficult is because it's difficult to keep your back strong enough to handle the movement. You can see I'm coming forward, I'm flexing at the hips, but there's no bend in my spine at all. So this is so important, again, for injury mainly. Just make sure you're keeping your back strong at all times. All of this weight should be focused through your glutes and your legs. If done right, these are so good, guys. So good for your glutes. So again, I superset this exercise with squat jumps. I think I might have only managed like 15 or 16 on this one because it was so much harder. And there's me showing how hard it is. Okay, next up is a plie squat. So for this, you want a kind of triangular foot position, a little bit wider than a regular squat. And again, with these, I'm doing a start-stop movement. So as I come down, the dumbbell is resting on the ground between each rep, and that means I have to start each rep from scratch and engage my glutes and my legs from nothing each time. So that makes it harder without having to add too much weight. Again, keeping my chest up and my shoulders back in order to keep my back strong the full time, and I'm squeezing my glutes in at the top of every rep. So I did 10 full reps like this with a squeeze at the top, and then finished off with 10 more reps, but these ones, as you can see, I'm not starting, so I'm not coming right down to the ground, and I'm not locking at the top, so this is just a kind of burnout at the end. It's really tiring, but it's a really good way to finish off this exercise. So 10 full reps with a squeeze and 10 pulse reps, as I like to call them. You're coming down almost to the bottom of the rep and then up almost the top of the rep, but just keeping the movement constant, but relatively slow as well. Don't rush through them. And die. Okay, finally, I finished off this workout with lunge jumps. So these are alternating lunge jumps. If you find it too hard coordination-wise, then just jump on one leg at a time. So do your full 15 reps on one leg and then switch and 15 reps on the other. If you can do the alternate ones, they are harder, so do those. And in this first set, I'm holding a 10 kilo dumbbell, I think, which after doing these, I was like, wow, that was really hard. So instead of resting and doing another heavy set, I took like a 30-second rest, dropped the weight and carried on. So I think this is a 5 kilo dumbbell and my legs were still pretty tired from the set before. It's kind of like a drop set, kind of like cardio, but also keeping your glutes engaged throughout. So it's a really good finisher exercise. And towards the end, my form definitely was not as good as it was at the start, and then, yep, dying on the floor.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
So there you have it. There is a full dumbbell workout. If you try it, please let me know. Tag me in like your Instagram posts, videos and stuff like that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and comment down below. So I was going to tell you a little bit more about my online training. What I've been trying to do is create something that is really affordable and really easy to follow. So it is going to be very cost effective, but there is going to be limited spaces. I'm going to open it up to as wide a group of people as I can, but obviously there will be a cap on that. So if you do want to find out more, then get in touch now and guarantee yourself a spot. And I'm excited. It'll be good. Okay, I will catch you on the next one. I'm going to be doing a full day of eating video. I've already filmed it. I just need to edit it through and it'll be up really soon for you guys. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye.